Birmingham is a young city and the minority of West Midlands is bustling with a lot of young people. How do you think you appeal to this demographic?
You're absolutely right. Birmingham, in fact, is one of the youngest populations, if not the youngest in Europe. About 40% of our people here are young, under the age of 25. Excuse my voice, I'm very croaky. So absolutely, it's important for people to be, well, if you're not interested in me, please be interested in politics, please be interested in this election, because this is very important. It's actually about the future of the region. It's in connection with skills, it's in connection with education, employment, housing and transport, and particularly housing and transport are issues which affect everybody. If you have a look on my website, it's peterdurnell.com. You can see what my policies and what I would like to do for people. The Mayor has some influence, but actually the Mayor can't control things. We don't get to say this will happen, and it happens in most cases. It's actually a joint collaboration with the Cabinet of the combined authority. So the Mayor can lead, the Mayor can direct, but he can't just say, he or she can't just say this will happen, and it will do. But I would like you to look at my website. If you can engage with me, email me. I'll be very happy to listen to your views. I want to be open, I want to be engaging. Please engage with me, tell me what you think, and I'll try and take your views on board.
What tangible things do you plan to put in place to ensure that young people in the West Midlands can compete?
That's a great question. We have some brilliant universities, as you obviously know, Coventry, Warwick, Birmingham, and several in Birmingham. It's not just about universities, it's about all different kind of skills. I think each different kind of skill is just as valuable. We're a great manufacturing base. One of the things that I'm really pushing for is to make sure that when we leave college, or when young people leave college in this area, or education, whatever kind, they have the right skills so that the local employers can actually use their skills. Too many times we're sometimes producing people with skills that we don't actually match what the local employers are desperate for. So I want us to produce people with those skills that want to live in this area, and it's most important to make sure we have a good area to live in, because we don't want them to go and live somewhere else. We want them to stay here, help us produce a thriving economy, a good place to live in the future.
You have a lot of dedication to your constituency, Worley. You have even spoke about your desire to give a voice to the people, but there is nothing on your website aimed specifically at helping to tackle aspects like youth unemployment.
Absolutely, I want to help tackle youth unemployment. The way we do it is by making successful businesses. Basically, if we've got young, thriving, successful businesses of any size or any shape, then people can actually get that employment. But if you help businesses grow, I have a lot of policies to try and help businesses grow, to help them financially, to help them in terms of what kind of different environment they need to be in to actually expand and grow. And if those businesses expand and grow, then young people will be able to be obviously part of that expansion.
How will you make the transition out of EU smoother for young people?
Decision haven't made what, sorry?
How will you make the transition out of EU smoother for young people? Out of Europe, more smoother for young people?
Yeah, I understand a lot of young people weren't in favour of leaving the EU, obviously I am. My view on leaving the EU is obviously it's going to be negotiated on a national basis, but we particularly can take advantage of it in the West Midlands because we are a region that manufactures things. The exporting of things is going to become, well, the slower value of the pound, which has come along, is actually very good for exporting things. We can export things. We can take advantage of the ability to export to all different parts of the world. So, I really think young people will be able to get involved in that thriving business, exporting across the world. And actually, I think I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have campaigned to leave if I didn't think it was good for everybody, and particularly young people in the future, because that's what I'm concerned about.
What do you think can be done to revitalise cities such as Wolverhampton and Coventry and make them more attractive to investors?
Actually, the cities are doing quite well. There's a lot of expansion plans already, in terms of, particularly in Coventry and Wolverhampton. Like we know, Birmingham's full of cranes and skyscrapers are going up all the time. So, I personally think, the cities are actually doing quite well. The problem, in a sense, that we have is a lot more with some of the towns scattered around the region. If you look across the Black Country, there's a lot of towns like Albury, Bromwich, Durnell, and across to Wolverhampton. The city of Wolverhampton isn't doing quite so well, but I do know there are already a lot of plans in place, a lot of expenditure is going to be put into that area. and absolutely I will support that. It's wrong to pretend that the mayor can make these huge spending decisions on their own. I will absolutely support them. Most of the mayor's role is going to be to go out and make sure we get more money into the region, to promote the West Midlands, not just in this country but across the world. So that is a big part of the mayor's role, and then once we've got that investment in, we can start actually putting it into the cities and the towns as well. So it's not, you have to understand the mayor's role isn't really in terms of having huge amounts of cash and telling saying where it's going to go. We have to go and get the money. A lot part of that role is to get the money to spend.
All right, then thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.